ITA for refusing to be a corporate doormat? I ended up at this company purely by accident, like most poor souls who find themselves in a prestigious corporation with free coffee and sanity sold separately. They called me in for an interview after I reminded them about my resume 3 times. Pretty sure they burned it in the fax machine the first time. The job title sounded fancy. Internal Process Analyst. In reality, just Excel, reports, and a never-ending battle with necktie-wearing morons. At first, everything was civil. I had my own desk by the window, almost a private office, if the window hadn't faced the brick wall of the next building. Coworkers smiled, the boss nodded, and I even got some praise in meetings. But the music didn't play long. Everything changed when I made the biggest mistake. I started doing my job too well. You see, everything here is built on initiative. If you dare to stick strictly to your job description, people look at you like you just suggested eating babies. Like, you're not a team player, Peter. My name's Dan, by the way, but whatever. And that's when the corporate mystery novel began. It started with little things. Hey Dan, can you take a quick look at this report? It's not your area, but you're so fast with this stuff. Then it turned into, could you also update the database for the marketing department? They're kind of struggling. At first, like a sucker, I agreed, team spirit and all that. But then one day I looked at my calendar and realized I was living in someone else's task list. That's when I made the biggest discovery. I opened the job description. Turns out I wasn't required to do half the stuff I was doing. In fact, some of those tasks were supposed to be done by my boss. And that revelation was the beginning of the end for my torrid love affair with corporate loyalty. Friday, 6 p.m. I'm packing up, wearing my I love working late face. Then Missy, my boss. Yes, her real name is Missy, like a dog breed, flies in like a caffeinated banshee, hair wild, eyes panicked, like she left the stove on and her house is full of gasoline aquariums. Diane, hey, quick thing. We need that quarterly KPI spreadsheet done. You have a template, right? I do. But that's actually your job, according to the description. I say calmly, with the face of a man who's not surprised anymore, just exhausted. She freezes. Clearly didn't see that coming. Then she drops the gold. Well, you've always done it. I thought it wasn't a big deal. And I thought we had job responsibilities. Don't we? She falls silent. Then goes for, Dan, you have to understand. Teamwork is important. Sometimes you have to go beyond your role. I've been living beyond it. But let's be real. I'll help if I get paid for it. Or if you officially reassign the tasks. Her jaw hit the floor. I swear, she expected me to nod like all the other office sheep. But nope, mutiny on the corporate ship. A few hours later, some HR concern fairy stops by asking if I'm okay and if I'm feeling burned out. I nearly choked laughing. Burned out? Lady, I am the fire. Next day, no more corporate cookies in my inbox. Revenge, apparently. Office silence turned radioactive. Coworkers were glancing at me like I'd grown horns, and for the first time I felt like a human, not a plug-in for PowerPoint. Then came the kicker. Missy hadn't just dumped her tasks on me. She was claiming my work as hers. One presentation shown to the board featured my slide. My slide, same file name and all. Except her name was on it. The office turned into a full-blown thriller. Next team meeting, I decided it was showtime. No yelling or shirt tearing. I'm not in sales. I calmly pulled up that slide on the projector in front of everyone and asked, Missy, can you walk the team through how you made this? Especially the part with the formula labeled Den's Work Final 3. XLSX? The room went dead silent. She turned pale, then red. Stammered something about teamwork and how files get renamed automatically. Sure they do, especially when they're named after me. Oh well. People started exchanging glances, some impressed, some terrified. She paused like a boxer taking a gut punch, then tried accusing me of sabotage. Said I should have told her she couldn't use my file. Couldn't believe my ears. So now I'm the bad guy for not pointing out you stole my work and slapped your name on it? She lost it. Said I was undermining her authority. I shrugged. You've got none left. Relax. HR dragged me into a private discussion. Two reps, one clueless, the other looked like HR was his punishment. They asked if I had hidden motives or was sabotaging the team. I calmly pulled out my job description, a list of tasks I'd completed in the past 2 months, and asked them to show me where it said, "Do your bosses work and stay quiet when it's stolen?" They squirmed and said it was complicated, and they needed to review further. A few days later, the task dumping started again, but not from Missy. Now it was other managers thinking, if he's smart, let him work for all of us. And that's when I realized, in this company, the better you work, the more they pile on until you suffocate. But I wasn't going down without a fight. Working in hell where everyone pretends it's a spa, now that messes with your head. After the HR clown show and Missy's public flop, I had two main feelings: triumph and pure emptiness. Yeah, I got revenge. Yeah, I stood up for myself. But why the hell did I still feel like crap? First came anger. I was mad at HR, at Missy, at my silent coworkers, but mostly at myself. For letting this happen. For thinking good work would be rewarded. What a joke. Then came the waiting phase. Every morning I'd come in expecting something, maybe to get fired, maybe an apology, maybe a cookie. Got nothing, just more sly attempts to dump tasks on me. I'd sit staring at Excel, brain completely blank. You ever feel like your soul clocked out and is hiding in the supply closet spooning resignation letters? That was me. Then came real sadness. Not no bonus sadness, real. I've lost my will to work anywhere kind of sadness. If I busted my ass here and still got shafted, what's the point? Final phase? Acceptance. Not peaceful Zen crap. More like creative revenge mode. I decided not to quit. I'd stay. I wanted to see their asses burn when I stopped being quiet. I'd become a thorn in their shiny little team-building bubble. Every move they made, I'd be there, watching, smirking. No more smiles. No more greetings. No more anything outside my job description. I walked the halls like I had a sign saying, "Do not poke. We'll bite." And damn, it felt good. By day 5 of my silent protest, people treated me like a ghost with a clipboard. HR dude, Mr. Balsamic Face, came to chat. "Dan, got a minute?" "Sure. You got a pen? I want to write down every ridiculous thing you say." He takes me into a meeting room. There's a fresh-faced manager there too, Vladimir, some deputy regional operations wizard or whatever. Names here sound like a secret society. "Dan, we reviewed the situation." He begins like he's about to hand out a Nobel Prize. "You're a valuable employee, but..." Here comes my favorite part. The but. That's when the comedy starts. "Some colleagues feel uncomfortable with your behavior. You're being too formal about responsibilities. It's a job." I thought formality was a compliment. Or should I come to work with a tambourine and do interpretive dance for marketing? They frown. I go on. "You want me to do other people's work, stay quiet when mine's stolen, and smile while they spill coffee on me? Not happening. We'd like to offer you a spot in our corporate coaching program," HR adds, like it's a free massage. "I'd like to offer you my program. Leave Me Alone 101. We have a job description. I'm following it." They said goodbye with stone faces. Probably expected me to cry and beg for forgiveness. Nope. You know what I did next? I went to accounting and started logging every single hour I worked. Every minute of overtime logged. Every extra report emailed with the tag outside my scope. Every weird request CC'd to HR. A week later, no one talked to me. They feared me like I was a sentient terms and conditions PDF. I also started a folder, called it Scary Compromat. Screenshots of sketchy emails, signed docs, graphs Missy slapped her name on. My little trophy collection. My inner villain was purring. A month after the dust settled, I got a new notification in the system. "Your behavior is misaligned with the company's values. We urge you to embrace a more collaborative mindset." I screenshotted it, printed it, and pinned it above my monitor like a framed corporate joke. Captioned it, "Saint of Boundaries." They didn't fire me, couldn't afford to. I had enough receipts to turn the break room into a courtroom. But I was iced out, ghosted, left to haunt the office like a spreadsheet specter. And you know what? I embraced it. No more fake small talk. No more soul-sucking team bonding. Just cold silence, a clock and badge, and the satisfaction of knowing I was now a walking HR hazard. They started warning new hires about me. I overheard one poor intern whisper, "That's the guy who roasted Missy in front of the board." I nodded at him once. He dropped his coffee. Did it make me happy? Not really, but it made me free. Free from the delusion that good work protects you. Free from the myth that loyalty gets rewarded. In this place, loyalty is just how long you're willing to let them walk all over you without biting back. What did I learn? Easy. If you don't enforce your boundaries, someone else will bulldoze them for you. And when a manager says, "Be a team player," they usually mean do my job while I take credit. So if you ever end up in a place like this, don't play their game. Be the glitch in their matrix. Be the policy-savvy nightmare they whisper about at lunch. Be the reason they reread the handbook. Let them tremble every time you open Outlook.